You shout out Soda TV too?
Show TV shout out.
Okay.
Soda TV.
Soda TV, what up?
Okay.
Soda TV. Shout out. Welcome to Soda TV.
What's your name? Whatever it is.
Soda TV. It's Soda TV. Welcome back to Soda TV. Man, this is actually one of the best interviews, the best videos I've seen on YouTube, for real. Great views, great opinions, and dialogue on this one right here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all gonna love this one. So Vlad, well, academics asked Vlad if Durk was gonna beat the case, right? And Vlad goes in and makes the point that the people that actually did the hit, it's on them to say, if they be like, oh, okay, I'm cool with accepting doing life and never seeing the outside world again, never breathing a breath of fresh air on the outside world again. And I'm cool with rottening inside the cell while I watch Lil Durk walk up out here free, go out there, hitting fine celebrities, traveling to the finest islands, going from the millionaire bracket to the billionaire bracket right by Kanye, and accomplishing all his dreams while I DIE in prison, then, that's a way that Durk can really beat this thing. And then 1090 Jake rebuttals it and says he think the question should be asked not if Durk is gonna beat this case, right? Because he's never heard of anyone beating a charge like this federally. And then I had to think, I'm like, me neither. You feel me? How long was I in federal custody? A total of, without being in the feds and being in the feds, federal custody total was about 7-ish years, 7.5, somewhere in there, right? In every place that I've been transferred to, every city, every state, you charges like this, bro. Honestly, I ain't never seen nobody beat the feds, period. But charges like these, y'all just don't know, man. But yeah, 1090J said the question should rather be not if he's going to be there, but will Durk survive this case? Will Durk survive the outcome of this case, whatever it may be? And 1090 Jake's statement had me froze in time for about a little over a minute. And I was just froze in time thinking that's how hard it hit me. Cause it's like, dang, man, you wouldn't think for a person to ask a question or make a statement like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let y'all experience it y'allself and just have the same experience as I had, man. Right before I do, gotta ask you to go ahead and hit that like button before we get started. This lets the algorithm understand that this video has what it takes to be viewed by a larger audience, and it recommends it to people, right? Share this with family, friends, nieces, nephews, everybody, man. Let's get me out here, man. And I'm telling you ahead of time, it's all love for that. Love from Soda TV for that, man. For real, for real. Subscribe to the channel. I would rather you do it now instead of waiting and forgetting. But if you want to see if I earn it and wait to the end to subscribe, we can do that too. I just want you to keep your word. And I'll remind you at the end in case you forget. Last but not least, notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything I drop. All right, I'm done talking, man. Roll that thing.
Academics asked me, do I think that Durk is going to beat this case? And I said, it completely depends on his co-defendants. If they testify against him, he's cooked.
Yeah.
If everyone stays quiet, he'll be good, but it's a little hard for the actual shooters that have been caught, that are confirmed that they're the shooters, to just say, yeah, I'll do life in prison. Like, okay, no problem.
I think the question shouldn't be, will he beat it? I think the question should be, will he survive it?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't necessarily think you're just beating a Fed case like that. I think there's going to be a difference where, 5 years, yeah, you'll survive that. 10 years, you'll survive that. A fucking 80-year sentence plus life, you're not making it, So I think the question should really be, will he survive the case instead of will he beat the case? Because what history is there of people beating a case like this and just flat out beating it? I don't know anybody. It's a sad thing to think about, but this ain't a state case, and this is people flew to another state to murder somebody. There's a lot of people involved in this.
Well, yeah, because this is a completely premeditated situation. At any point, he could have been like, nah, I'm good. If he actually did order this hit, he could have been like, nah, never mind. Just enjoy LA. We're not doing none of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll pay for your hotel rooms. I'll rent you guys some cars, whatever. Just hang out. We'll go back to Chicago.
And I mean, I'll be honest. I think that's also why you're important. Your circle is important because, somebody can make a video on me, right? And I get pissed off. I could think some crazy shit in my head. But I don't have anybody around me that's going to gas me up. So it's like, yeah, if you're bragging about you're around all these kids and then somebody dishes you, all these killers are going to be like, man, what's up? I want a new Rolex. Just give me a Rolex. I'll go knock them off. Just fly me over there. I'm going to make it happen. So it's like, it isn't just him. It's the influence around him. It's to handle shit like this in Chicago in 2012. And, the shit plays out how it plays out.
Well, listen, I was talking to Trench's News, who knows all these guys. He told me that Durk was actually scared of some of the people that are around him.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't doubt. I mean, bro, me and Durk, we've only DM'd. He shouted me out, whatever. Somebody else that I know has been around him, and they were trying to say, oh, yeah, he really ain't. Durk be scared, whatever. But it's just people be talking. You know what I'm saying? But when you're around people that aren't in the same position as you, they're not going to value life the same way.
So what I got out of it, you know what I'm saying, is will Durk make it if he so had to fight this case for another 2 to 5 years? Because that's how serious this case is. You know what I'm saying? Will he survive mentally and or physically? You know what I'm saying? Because something could very much happen to you in federal prison, just like state prison. Make no mistake about it. Even though federal prison is more about respecting everybody, you ain't, especially somebody like Durk that has offended so many people in his career by his music and his banging. Let's just be real. He's offended so many people that you can't go nowhere without protection. You're going to have to pay people to be your eyes and muscles for the rest of your life unless you're going to be in PC. And Lil Durk got too much. His ego too big, and he may have a little heart. Was that in Domi and Menace where he said, oh, you got heart. Oh, you got heart. Okay. I forgot what that is. But anyway, I took it as, yeah, if Lil Durk got to fight for another 2-5 years, will he make it? And if Durk survives, or if Durk gets 18 to 25 years, will Durk survive that? That's what I got out of what 1090J said, because that was I ain't gonna lie, that was a cold question 1090J posed. But we finna go on ahead and get to this comment section so we can get some what these fans think and maybe some entertainment if we got it in here somewhere. All right. First one at Kristen James 92. As soon as these Chicago dudes saw Rondo catch 36-year bid, they should have all left that street behind like Keith and Bibby did. I'm not no Christian, but amen, amen, amen. They snapped on that one. Heck yeah, shoot. Rondo and C, they should have shot. It did shot the world, but instead of everybody learning from it and acting on what they learned from it, everybody just kept doing them. And like, shoot, I'm glad that wasn't me, but I'm out here. I'm out here thinking they can get away with, you feel me? Thinking they can do the same thing but not get caught, basically. And you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But moving on to the next one. At Chris Dash Chi-Town 97. I think I read it right. Durk slow for letting his hitman use OTF credit cards and booking flights in his company name. Let's see. I really don't agree with that 100%. Why? Because even based on The Wire, them having Durk saying, don't put nothing in my name. So it's clear as daylight that Durk was trying to prevent what you're saying. He was trying to prevent as much as he can people using his name, putting his name and stuff. He was doing everything to prevent it. So it's not like Durk was slow for letting them do that. No, Durk didn't want that. Shoot, Durk he wanted it to be as far away from him as possible. So I can't really agree with that. It's always easy to look at the outcome of a person's situation and call them slow as if you would have did something so much different, without having nobody has the knowledge that they're going to get caught. Nobody, you feel me? You can't predict what the Fed's going to find and what they going, you feel me? Only thing you can do is do the best you can do based on your knowledge. So all the commenting like you're just perfect, I don't like people that do that. But I just wanted to pose a question to Vlad's statement at the end when he was talking about someone told him, whether it was Trenches News or whoever told him, that Durk was scared around his crowd and around the LLERS that he kept around him. That was kind of interesting, right? Because I never thought about that, because that's never been like, Durk don't live in my head rent free, especially thoughts like that. But that was a very unique and a very good thing to put on the floor. You feel me? So do y'all think Durk be sitting around his guys and stuff with the buck eyes, the eyes that, you feel me? I'm finna show you how the eyes look. Was he sitting around looking like this around them ninjas, them real ninjas, and then he was really under pressure with all his money. He was under pressure and he had to put hits out and put that money on the flow at their discretion. If they, you feel me? If they feel like a blitz need to be done, and it was one of the options, that blitz need to be done. Look, man, drop that bag. Look, this one of them. We need, you feel me? Was Durk under that pressure? Meaning that a lot of decisions, a lot of hits, a lot of blitzes want just his, it wasn't solely on Durk to call it. Yeah, of course, his brother getting knocked off. Of course, hits like that was 100% him, right? But do y'all think that, the people around him made a lot of these calls, put Durk under pressure to actually do a lot of these things? Like, listen, this is what the move is. Yeah, this is what the move is, Smirk. What up? That's called soft pressing somebody. When you around somebody and you ain't really exporting them like Big U was doing, but you really around them and you really putting it out there like something need to be done. You really just, that's all you gonna say. You know they got the money. You say it to them or you say it around them. Or it's you got 2, 3, 4, 5 LLERS with a K at the beginning or more. You say this around everybody in the bag. You say it in front of Durk and you give a serious look. You let it be known that a bag got to be dropped, or you put a situation out there where it requires money and you say what it got to be said and you be quiet. That's soft pressure. Was a lot of that going on in OTF? Did a lot of that happen to Durk? Let me know in the comment section. Along with that, attach that like button. Share this, like I say, family, friends, nieces, nephews, whoever, whenever. That's all love from Soda TV to y'all. I want y'all to know that. Subscribe to the channel. You said you would at the beginning. If I earned it, I put a lot of research and thought into this. If you could reward me with that, that's all love. Last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Keep your notification bell. Keep you notified on any and everything I drop. This is the real Soda TV. I'm out of here.